Elect Alex Seda for County Council Tuesday, June 9th.
When the school district closed A.R. Lewis and Holly Springs schools, I was on the board, but I voted no to closing the schools, and I argued against closing the schools throughout the process. But in elections, your opposition, and more importantly, their minions who are working for them, they'll be out there lying and spinning things against you. But what I've learned this time around is that you have to meet them head on with the truth, because people are going to actually believe what they're told. And too often they get away with it. At first they said I voted to close the schools. Or then later on they said I was the chairman of the board and I orchestrated the closing of the schools. Both are untrue. I got this video to prove that, and this is the vote of the night of the actual school closings. You can see I voted no. Henry Wilson also voted no. And the person in the center, the chairman, was Judy Edwards. She was the one that put the school closings on the agenda. It was not me.
All those in favor of our recommendation, which is to close the two schools and to have the configuration of K4 through 5, would you please raise your right hand if you're in favor? All those opposed? No. And that is a 4-2 vote.
So both of those things are untrue. But once this video came out and they would discredit on that, they rolled it to, we're going to smear Alex and say, well, he might have voted no, but down inside he really wanted the schools to close. Ridiculous. It was a lie. I mean, here's a speech I made before the vote. And I can tell you the 4 people that I was talking to that voted yes, I don't even talk to them anymore after they heard this.
You know, the fact that this board's even considering this decision against the wishes of thousands who put the years, whose families put generations into these schools and these communities with their time and their effort, it's reprehensible. And if you close these schools, it will be unforgivable. Your names will be mud in this county.
And here is the inventory of all my public statements against closing schools. There's 4 mailers. I spent $1,000 of my own money mailing to people in my district to let them know this was happening and have them come out to the meetings to tell these other 4 people to vote no. 13 letters to the editor I wrote against closing schools. 22 articles I was quoted in saying closing any school was a bad idea. There were 4 columns on my website that I wrote, 9 videos that I made over time saying closing schools was a bad idea, and 5 times I was on TV saying it was a terrible idea, closing schools in any way, shape, or form I was opposed to. So if you hear this in the coming weeks during the election, and you're probably it's gonna still be spreading it around, just know that you got the facts, and if you got any questions, you can give me a call.